Hello and welcome to Thought for September the 30th. Our readings are 1 Chronicles chapters 13 and 14, Ezekiel chapter 26 and Luke chapter 23. And our thought is, Truly I say unto you today. Today we read the familiar account of Jesus on trial before Herod and Pilate, and the determination of the Jewish leaders to have him crucified. And they were urgent, demanding with loud voices that he should be crucified. And their voices prevailed, we read in verse 23 of Luke chapter 23. Today and in recent years, the voices and published words of so many are urgent in saying there is no creator, that life evolved in some way that is impossible for them to understand or explain. And the sayings and the writings of such today have prevailed. What a privilege that we are among the increasingly few who know how foolish this all is. Today's chapter also contains one brief conversation, but it is fascinating and meaningful, and is unique in history. Jesus is crucified together with two criminals, and one railed at him, saying, "Are you not the Christ? Save yourself and us." Verse 39. This was obviously said with no pretension of belief. But the other rebuked him, we read in verse 40, and made an honest statement and then a most remarkable request. The rebuke was, "Do you not fear God, since you are under the same sentence of condemnation? And we indeed justly, for we are receiving the due reward of our deeds. But this man has done nothing wrong." Verse 41. And then he asked, and we have corrected the wrong pronunciation in the English text. There is no punctuation at all in the Greek. His request was, "Jesus, remember me when you come into your kingdom." And he said to him, "Truly, I say to you today, you will be with me in paradise." 3 days later, Mary Magdalene encountered the resurrected Christ, and he said to her, "Do not cling to me, for I have not yet ascended to the Father. But go to my brothers and say to them, I am ascending to my Father and your Father, to my God and your God." We read in John 20 verse 17. Let us daily read the words God has caused to be written and preserved. May they come alive in our minds so that we hear his Son saying unto you and I today, "Be faithful, and you will be with me in paradise." The word paradise occurs in a challenging way in Revelation 2 verse 7, the time when the earth becomes a paradise, with the returned Christ reigning in Jerusalem. How wonderful for that day to come. Well, thank you once again for joining us for Thought for the Day, where together we can open up the pages of God's Word, remembering that Word is a lamp to our feet and a light to our path.